YouTube, what's happening? It is week 5 of the NFL already. Time is flying, isn't it? Wow. Today is Thursday. We have one matchup. It is Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. 8:15 on Prime. Thursday Prime games, I swear. So if you're new here, we're going to break down the games. We're going to talk about spreads, totals, money lines. We're going to look at the injury report. We'll look at their stats on based on how they've done this year. We're going to look at props for all the props we can, and then we're going to make a decision. We're going to try to do a play and then a prop play as well. So it worked out great last week. I think for NFL last week I was 18-11. Don't quote me. I think is what it was. I don't have it on me currently. So it was a green week. It's all I know. So we'll take those. Green weeks are good because the week before that was not green. So we'll do that. So we'll break these games down. We'll jump into that first one right now by heading over to the outlier. Link in the description. All the props are going to be here. You get you a free week. It's worth it. So you can see here by looking at this, Atlanta is a 1.5 point favorite at home. The total is at 43.5. Okay, let's look over at the numbers. We can see that same thing. These are ESPN numbers. Outlier shows me a bunch of different books. So these are just straight from ESPN. Atlanta beat the hell out of Philly last week, 33-16. Atlanta beat New Orleans, 26-24. Fun game there. The first thing I see when I see these numbers is that's a lot of red. A lot of red and yellow, not much green. And the only green is on Tampa side. They're 9th in passing and 9th in points defense. So, okay, let's see what matches up. That's what we want to see. We look for advantages here. So we look at the pass. Tampa's good at passing the ball. Baker's slinging that tater, is he not? And we see Atlanta's pass defense is 13th. They kind of cancel each other out. So now we want to exploit the matchups that don't make sense. So like Tampa's not good at rushing, but Atlanta's not good at stopping the rush, so it really doesn't matter. So if Atlanta tries to run the ball, are they going to have some success? Maybe, because Atlanta can't stop the run against nobody. 145 yards a game? Ooh. Tampa can't stop the run either, and Atlanta can't run the ball much either. These teams are pretty similar on both these numbers. Everything seems to be the same. The only thing I've noticed that's really concerning, third down for Atlanta on both sides of the ball is just absolute trash. I mean, these are terrible numbers. Not good. They're not scoring many points. It's 6 less, but still. So far, we're leaning Tampa just a little bit, slightly. So, and next week, New Orleans, Carolina, nothing stands out there. So let's move on. We are going to go straight over to the injury report. That's what I want to see. I want to see updates. Now, it is Thursday at the time of recording this video, so we should be pretty updated on these teams. So let's go to Atlanta. McClellan's questionable. Anderson's out. IR. Now we're getting to it. So nothing really major news anyways that we already didn't know for Atlanta. And let's go all the way down to Tampa and see. There they are. They have a long one. That's a long list of dudes. Okay. Let's see. Tackle out. Safety out. DT out. Palmer out. McClellan out. That's, yeah, IR. So, okay. But no one's super important, but there's still, you see who we have here. So, cool. So, nothing crazy. But we always look at injury reports because you always want to know who's questionable, doubtful, whatnot. You need to look at those. So, let's pop back over here and let's look at where we're going to go here. Oh, that's right. We're going straight to props. That's where we're going. We're going to dig into the props now. NFL props. We see, and the way I do props here, I use Outlier, again, link in the description. I break everything up. I do passing yards, I do receiving and rushing. I break them in 3 different columns. That way it's a little easier to see. So first thing we have is our QBs. We have Baker and we have Kirko Chains here. So we're going to look at these. Kirk in primetime. That's a fun one. So we'll see how that works. Let's look at Kirko. Let's see. We want 2024. I don't care about last year. I care about this year. What have you done for me lately, Eddie? That's what I care about. So in his 4 games, 155, 241, 230, 238. Your number is 230. Okay. Tampa's pass defense is 16th in the league right now at 203 a game. That's pretty good. So even though it's middle, it's still pretty good because it's been more of a rushing league this year, has it not? So, okay. So if you think, now you also got to think about game script. You got to think about things like that. If Atlanta gets behind, they're going to throw the ball. If Atlanta gets ahead, they're probably going to run the ball. So game script has been very important this year so far. So we can see these numbers, and let's look over at Mr. Baker himself, what he has been up to. Well, he slung that tater last game against the Eagles, 347. After having a couple down games, his number is 240. Atlanta's passing defense is 13th at 191. If you don't believe me, here you go. 16, 13, 191, 203. So pass defenses are about mid. It's the running that matters here. So Let's go back over to the props. I don't know if I like either one of those. Now, with Baker will run that ball some. He does like to run a little bit. So I want to look at his rushing just a little bit. I saw someone on Twitter mention his rushing attempts might be a play, and I said, you know what, that might make sense. So hey, yeah, 3-5-0-4. He likes to run that ball. He's going to get that first down if he needs to get it. So maybe his 3.5. If you think he can get 4, that might be a move. That might be a move. What's his yards? 21, 34, 0, and 10. Okay, so he didn't run. He didn't have to run much because he was just slinging the rock. So I am going to 240. I think I think he's still going to throw the ball a good bit. So let's see. That's a maybe. Now also, I'm also going to build a same game parlay where I take like Baker instead of 240, 199. You know, things like that. Instead of Evans 70 yards, give me 40. Now I'm going to try to build a little parlay of that too, but that goes to members. Members get that cool stuff. So I'll have that later. So all right, that's QBs. Let's pop over to the running backs. We got Rashad, we got Algier. Baker, we already talked about. We got Bijan, and we got to add Bucky Irving now because, I mean, Bucky is doing things. So we'll look at all three of them. So, Rashad, what have you done? You got 49 yards, and that was your season high so far. Let's look at your receiving yards because you do both. So you had what a combined, was that 84 yards total between receiving that? Your 22 receiving and your rushing is 34.5 now on 49. Your combo yards is 60.5. That might be a play. That might be a move. He did that and that. He was hurt. So I'm liking this. I'm liking Rashad White, 16.5. We'll see what we got. I'm picking one prop. We'll see which one looks good. Algier, what have you been up to, my friend? 53, 60. If you can run, Atlanta struggle stopping the run. Tampa struggle stopping the run. Okay. Do you receive any? Yeah, a little bit, occasionally. Okay, not bad. And we got to look at Bijan, who has did literally nothing in 2 games. Yes, I know he's been a little banged up, but still, that's fine. And receiving, he had 46. So his combo is looking at 111, 122. His combo might be a play. Bijan combo is 93.5 though. Damn, that's high. That's higher than I thought it'd be. I don't know. Now, Bijan is too banged up. Maybe Algier rushing might be the move. Because how many attempts did he have? We need to look at things like that. Rushing attempts. 9, 8, 7. Okay. Let's go to receivers. Let's keep going. Let's look at them. So, we got to do Bucky. Can't forget about Bucky. I already forgot about him. 62, 74. Dude has been balling. His number's 45.5. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. How many attempts did he get? He's not even getting many attempts, and he's still churning out. And if he gets this against Atlanta's defense, I think he's going to get his yards. 40 yards. That's all you got to do. I like that. Yeah, let's go to receivers. See if anyone stands out. Sort this by highest. We got Godwin, we got Drake London, we got Mike Evans, we got Mooney, do we really have Kyle Pitts still? Are people still trying to push Kyle Pitts? I guess we'll look at K-Dot too, since they're both tight ends. Why not? And we already looked at Bijan, and I don't care about the rest of these. So, sorry. If you're like 4 string, I don't care. Just sorry. I ain't got it time. I'm not putting money on you. I am sorry. So Godwin first. Godwin has been the target. Evans has been okay, but I think Godwin's been, how many targets has he been getting? 8, 8, 9, 9. That's pretty consistent. I think he's the number 1 now. I mean, Evans is Evans, let's be honest, but let me pull Evans up too. You can see he had 94, but did he have, okay, he had 14. Before he was only getting, Godwin was the number 1 for 3 weeks, and now all of a sudden, yeah, Mike Evans did Mike Evans things. Of course he did. Either receiver. What's your number? 59.5. And then we have, what is Godwin? 67.5. So they're expecting Godwin to have more, and he's hit this number more consistently. Okay, not bad. London 63.5. Let's see. You've been right there with that number, and that Tampa pass defense is 16th. That is, if you're behind, that's a chance. It could happen. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. We got Mooney. If you want to go a little deeper, Mooney's been pretty decent. He's been hitting 46.5. How many targets you getting? 3, 7, 8, 6. Okay, we see the numbers there. Cool. Let's keep it moving. Pitts. I wish people stop trying to push Kyle Pitts. Look at this. 0. He got a 0, 26. Yeah, just, Yeah, how many targets do we have total each game? You got 3 targets for like 5, where they're just not utilizing. They're just not throwing the ball. So you can't take somebody who you just can't trust. You need, trust in your stars to do their job. That's all you got to do. 47.52 for Otten after this. Yeah, I'm not trusting tight ends in either of these. And lastly, that's baseball. We went too far. Oh, we're done with baseball. We're focused on football today. So, all right. So for this, I think my favorite one's Bucky. I'm gonna be honest. I think Rashad's still a little banged up. Bucky has been looking good. So I want to take over 39.5 for Bucky. That's what we're gonna do here. And then if we come back here, we look at the numbers. I think the game script's going to go. This is how I think it's going to go. I think Tampa gets the lead. Atlanta's going to have to throw the ball, but Tampa's going to run the ball some, and they'll get the lead by throwing it to obviously Godwin and Evans. I think Bucky's going to get some runs in there, and he'll break off like a 15-yard run. So I'm going to take Bucky over 39.5, and I'm going to take Tampa plus 1.5 as a dog on the road. Gonna do it. That's how we're doing it here. So appreciate that. If you like what you saw, drop a like and subscribe. That's the only game I'm covering today. We will have more NFL on Sunday. The video will be out Saturday morning. You'll be able to watch it then. I appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe. We'll see you then. Peace.